We live in an era where AI can hold conversations, robots are flipping burgers, and billionaires are casually planning vacations to Mars. With all this futuristic chaos, it's easy to think we've got a grip on how the world works. But history? That's the wild card. No matter how much we think we know, the past keeps throwing curveballs that shake everything up. Some discoveries don't just rewrite history books. They shred them, light them on fire, and leave historians scrambling for answers. And today, we're diving into 15 mind-blowing finds that could change everything you thought you knew. And trust us, these aren't just small footnotes in a dusty research journal. We're talking about discoveries that could reshape science and even the very fabric of life itself. Let's start off with Number 15. A new era of space exploration. Space exploration isn't just about planting flags on distant worlds anymore, it's about rewriting the future. With the James Webb Space Telescope, or in short, JWST, delivering jaw-dropping images of the cosmos, we're seeing space in more detail than ever before. This telescope isn't just a pretty picture machine. It's helping us decode the origins of the universe, spot potentially habitable exoplanets, and maybe even detect signs of alien life. Meanwhile, NASA's Artemis program has officially launched humanity's return to the moon, this time for good. These missions are laying the foundation for a permanent lunar presence, which could serve as a springboard for sending humans to Mars. And the ripple effects go beyond just space travel. Expect major breakthroughs in AI, robotics, materials science, and even food production. The new space race isn't just about who gets there first. It's about revolutionizing life on and beyond Earth. Buckle up because the cosmos is about to get a whole lot closer. Number 14. A milestone in AI predictions. AI has just cracked one of biology's biggest mysteries, how proteins fold. For decades, scientists have struggled to predict how a protein's 3D structure forms based on its amino acid sequence. But in 2022, DeepMind's AlphaFold 2 changed the game. Using deep learning, it solved structures for 98.5% of human proteins, turning what used to take years into mere hours. This breakthrough doesn't just make life easier for biologists. It could revolutionize drug discovery, genetic research, and even disease prevention. Scientists can now design drugs that perfectly fit into molecular structures, tackling everything from Alzheimer's to antibiotic resistance. The implications go far beyond medicine. AlphaFold's insights could lead to advancements in synthetic biology, nanotechnology, and materials science. Of course, AI isn't perfect yet. Some proteins still defy predictions due to their flexibility and environmental influences. But one thing's certain, the era of AI-powered scientific discovery has only just begun. Number 13. Developing trends in synthetic biology. Synthetic biology is redefining what's possible. Think insulin without pigs, leather without cows, and silk without spiders. Scientists are engineering microorganisms to produce everything from biodegradable plastics to lab-grown meat, reducing environmental impact while increasing efficiency. Imagine a future where fossil fuels are obsolete, with microbes producing sustainable biofuels instead. Thanks to CRISPR gene editing and AI-driven metabolic modeling, scientists can now tweak DNA like a programming language, designing bacteria that act as tiny biochemical factories. These advancements could revolutionize medicine, creating personalized therapies and synthetic organs. But it doesn't stop there. Fashion, food, and even construction materials could all be biologically engineered. The biggest challenge? Scaling up production while ensuring safety and ethical standards. With synthetic biology merging into mainstream industries, it could reshape global supply chains and eliminate resource scarcity. The next decade may not just bring new technologies, it may bring entirely new forms of life. Number 12. Single-cell metabolomics set to soar. Understanding how a single cell functions is like solving a puzzle with constantly shifting pieces. Enter single-cell metabolomics, a field that deciphers the chemical activity inside individual cells. Unlike genomics, which tells us what's possible, metabolomics shows what's actually happening in real time. Recent breakthroughs in AI, mass spectrometry, and ultra-sensitive biomarkers now allow researchers to analyze individual cells with never-before-seen precision. This technology could detect cancer at its earliest stage, predict disease progression, and optimize personalized medicine. Imagine a blood test that pinpoints a single rogue cancer cell before it spreads. That's the future this research is heading toward. Beyond healthcare, single-cell metabolomics could revolutionize agriculture, environmental science, and drug development. The challenge? Metabolomes are incredibly dynamic, changing by the second. But with AI-assisted data analysis and wearable biosensors, real-time cellular monitoring may soon become a reality, reshaping everything from diagnostics to disease prevention. Number 11. New catalysts enable greener fertilizer production. Fertilizers feed the world, but their production is a massive energy hog. The Haber-Bosch process, which produces ammonia for fertilizers, is responsible for nearly 2% of global CO2 emissions. Scientists are on a mission to change that. A recent breakthrough from Tokyo Tech introduces a noble metal-free catalyst that slashes the energy required for ammonia production. Unlike traditional catalysts that rely on expensive and rare metals like ruthenium, this new nickel-lanthanum nitride alternative is not only cheaper, but also more sustainable. Why does this matter? Lower emissions, reduced production costs, and a smaller environmental footprint. If scaled globally, this innovation could cut agricultural emissions significantly, making food production more sustainable. And with climate change intensifying, that's a game changer. This discovery is proof that the biggest advances often come in the smallest packages. Now, let's move to number 10. Advancements in RNA medicine. RNA therapies are redefining modern medicine, and the COVID-19 vaccines were just the beginning. Scientists are now developing an mRNA flu vaccine that could protect against all 20 known influenza subtypes, potentially ending flu pandemics for good. But the real revolution lies in rare disease treatments. Many genetic disorders stem from a single missing or faulty protein, something mRNA therapy can fix. This approach could cure cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and even certain cancers by delivering instructions to produce the missing proteins. Unlike traditional treatments, mRNA therapies are highly adaptable, meaning scientists can quickly develop vaccines and drugs for emerging diseases. The biggest hurdles? Stability, delivery methods, and regulatory approvals. But with the pace of innovation, RNA medicine is on track to reshape healthcare in ways we never imagined. Number 9. Nuclear fusion. For decades, nuclear fusion has been the holy grail of clean energy, an infinite power source without carbon emissions or radioactive waste. The problem? It always consumed more energy than it produced. That changed when scientists at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory achieved a historic breakthrough. For the first time, a fusion reaction generated more energy than the lasers used to trigger it. This marks a pivotal moment in energy science. If nuclear fusion can be scaled up, it could replace fossil fuels entirely, providing limitless clean energy without the risks of nuclear fission. The road to commercial fusion plants is still long. Cost, scalability, and infrastructure hurdles remain. But this breakthrough means we're closer than ever to making fusion a reality. If harnessed properly, fusion could be the single biggest energy revolution in human history. Number 8. Brain-like computer chip. The human brain remains one of the greatest mysteries of science, but researchers are making strides in replicating its processing power. In 2014, IBM introduced True North, a neuromorphic chip designed to process information like a human brain using 1 million programmable neurons. Fast forward to today, and neuromorphic computing is no longer just an experiment. It's paving the way for faster, more efficient AI. Companies like Intel, IBM, and even startups like BrainChip have developed brain-inspired processors that consume significantly less power than traditional chips. The latest Intel Loihi 2 chip, for instance, boasts over 1 million artificial neurons, mimicking the brain's synaptic activity. This technology could revolutionize robotics, AI, edge computing, and even prosthetics by enabling real-time decision-making without needing massive power-hungry servers. With AI becoming more integrated into daily life, neuromorphic chips might be the key to smarter, energy-efficient AI systems, ones that actually think rather than just calculate. And guess what? The number 2 will surprise you, so stay tuned. Number 7. The hunt for Planet 9 continues. For decades, the solar system had 9 planets, until Pluto got the cosmic demotion in 2006. But what if we actually do have a 9th planet lurking in the shadows? In 2016, Caltech researchers Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown found evidence of an unseen, massive object pulling on the orbits of distant Kuiper Belt objects. This hypothetical Planet 9 could be 10 times the mass of Earth and orbit the Sun once every 10,000 to 20,000 years. So why haven't we seen it? That's the problem. Even with powerful telescopes, no one has directly observed it. Yet. Recent data from the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, set to go online in 2025, could finally confirm its existence. Some astronomers argue the gravitational anomalies could be explained by a cluster of smaller objects rather than a single planet. Until then, the debate rages on. Is Planet 9 real, or is it just another space mystery waiting to be solved? Number 6. Artificial wombs. Science is inching closer to a revolution in reproductive technology. In 2017, researchers at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia developed a biobag, an artificial womb that kept premature lambs alive for 4 weeks. Today, advancements in ex vivo gestation are moving closer to human trials, potentially changing how premature births are managed forever. In 2022, Japanese scientists successfully grew mouse embryos in artificial wombs, proving that mammals could develop entirely outside the body. Researchers believe that in the next decade, human artificial wombs could be used to support severely premature infants and possibly extend viability outside the uterus. Some even speculate that, in the distant future, full-term artificial gestation could become a reality, eliminating pregnancy risks altogether. But with progress comes ethical dilemmas. Who controls artificial gestation? How would this impact parenting, society, and reproduction laws? While artificial wombs could save millions of premature babies, they also open uncharted ethical territory. Are we doing good? Number 5. Early cancer detection. Detecting cancer early is the difference between life and death. In 2018, researchers at Johns Hopkins Kimmel Cancer Center developed Cancer-Seek, a groundbreaking blood test that detects cancer before symptoms appear. Since then, AI and machine learning have supercharged cancer diagnostics, and the results are staggering. Fast forward to 2024, and AI-powered blood tests like Gallery by Grail can now screen for over 50 types of cancer with a single blood draw. MIT researchers have also developed an AI model that can predict breast cancer up to 5 years before it develops. Meanwhile, Google's DeepMind AI is beating doctors at spotting lung cancer nodules on scans. The future? A world where cancer is caught before it ever becomes a threat. With AI-driven precision medicine, routine cancer screenings could be as simple as a yearly blood test, potentially saving millions of lives worldwide. Number 4. Pluto's ice volcanoes. Pluto might be small, but it never fails to surprise. In 2022, NASA confirmed something mind-blowing. Pluto has active ice volcanoes. Data from New Horizons' 2015 flyby revealed large domes on Pluto's surface that, upon further analysis, turned out to be caused by volcanic eruptions of slushy water ice. Here's where it gets even wilder. This suggests that Pluto's interior is much warmer than expected, meaning there could be liquid water beneath the surface. And where there's liquid water, there's potential for life. If subsurface oceans exist, Pluto might harbor microbial life, just like Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's Enceladus. Scientists are now pushing for a Pluto orbiter mission to investigate further. With all the bizarre discoveries coming from Pluto, who knows? We might one day find that the dwarf planet at the edge of the solar system is more alive than we ever imagined. Maybe, just maybe, it redesigned the Earth one day. Number 3. Antarctica's ice shelves are cracking. If you think climate change is some distant future problem, let's talk about what's happening in Antarctica right now. Scientists, including Rumiana Mecheva, just witnessed something they'd hoped they'd never see. One of West Antarctica's major ice shelves cracked, and that's a huge red flag. These massive ice shelves act like barriers, holding back trillions of tons of glacial ice from sliding into the ocean. When they break apart, there's nothing left to stop the ice from melting rapidly, which means sea levels could rise much faster than expected. Climate scientist Aaron Pettit compared it to a car window shattering. A single crack can suddenly fragment into thousands of pieces. The worst part? Scientists once thought these collapses would take centuries. Now they're talking about decades, or even years. If this chain reaction continues, cities like New York, Miami, and Mumbai could be dealing with rising waters much sooner than anyone predicted. The tipping point? We're in it. The question isn't if it will happen, it's when. Number 2. A brain decoder that reads minds. Move over, Charles Xavier. Mind-reading tech isn't just for sci-fi anymore. Scientists at the University of Texas have developed a groundbreaking brain-decoding AI that can translate human thoughts into text without requiring brain implants. Unlike past experiments that needed electrodes in your skull, this system uses a functional MRI scanner to detect how your brain responds to words, images, and even podcasts. It doesn't create a word-for-word transcript of your thoughts, but instead builds a mental dictionary, mapping brain patterns to concepts and ideas. Exciting? Absolutely. But here's the unsettling part: privacy concerns. Could this be used involuntarily? Could governments, companies, or even hackers read your thoughts without permission? Right now, scientists say the technology is designed to help people with communication disorders, offering new hope to those who can't speak. But let's be honest, humans have a way of bending the rules when it comes to new tech. And mind-reading AI? Number 1. Advanced tools in prehistoric India. For decades, scientists believed modern humans left Africa around 60,000 years ago, gradually spreading across the world. But a 2018 discovery in India is throwing that timeline into chaos. Archaeologists uncovered advanced stone tools in the region, dating back at least 350,000 years. That's 5 times older than we expected. If early humans made these tools, it would mean they reached India way earlier than anyone thought. But here's where it gets even crazier. What if these tools weren't made by Homo sapiens at all? Some researchers believe an unknown hominid species may have migrated out of Africa long before modern humans. Similar finds in Morocco and Israel suggest our evolutionary story might be far older and more complex than we ever imagined. Every time we dig deeper, we find new evidence that history isn't what we thought it was. And the real question is, if we were wrong about this, what else have we misunderstood about our past? If you have enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.